Ivy and Steel above the pop dog. The good old pop dog. Have to do a search on Tinternet to see why it was originally called that. Can't find it now. Counter-Strike.
Ooh, gotta be careful there. As they run into the A yard, the pistols can be all over the place, but Immortals don't seem too concerned. They're going to force their way in anyway. They've only lost Kianji at the moment, and it's only Henny that's in the red, and he can allow his teammates to get some of the work done, such as that. Bolts with a long distance shot onto Markloff. Bolts the marksman with the Galil, it would seem. Not always the most effective weapon at the very long ranges, of course. And Waylander and World it will do their best to try to keep these weapons alive now into the next round, where they'll experience another chance to get some damage in.
We need a pop dog spray. Valve devs, I know you're listening to me. This is the voice of the Mr. Rons, and we demand a pop dog spray. TYVM. Don't really demand, but you know, politely ask for. There's 5-7 and his Kevlar will do his best to survive. That's all he can do at this point. Immortals imposing their will on these rounds at the moment. Immortals will want to escape the pollution of those plumes ASAP, and they're not far away. 4 rounds required. Flipside on around $2,000 average. But 2 grenades have been purchased, and those grenades are highly explosive. 1 grenade deployed towards main, and the second one towards the pop dog, but nothing doing just yet. And Immortals, and again, they're not waiting around. That is a wipeout, almost everybody getting a kill. Bolts with 2, Greedy Boy. 13-5. Can Flipside come back from this one? Now is the time to find out. It's buy time for the CT side.
Yeah, now really is the time to find out, because again, if they lose this, I mean, of course, their loss bonus has been accruing, but the next round's buy, again, if they lose it, won't be too healthy, and this might be one of the best buys they would see unless they win this round. And of course, Immortals only 3 away now, so it starts to get very tense. The pressure really is mounting heavily upon Flipside's shoulders now, and the Immortals are looking to go pretty fast with Kianji there, looking for a pick towards inner. Won't be receiving one though. It's just smoke from the CTs very early on. But the CTs have to be careful in that sense. Flipside, they don't have the money to pay. So if Immortals do play a slower round, eventually Flipside won't have any counter grenades whatsoever.
1 minute 20 and 8 of 10 smokes have been deployed. The B bomb site Waylander. City's having the first half, but Henny is the one to win the duel. Markloff will answer back, but what else can you do in this situation? His teammates forced away from Connector, but while that is there as well, taking KNG down, the T's continue to push forward. But the bomb is down, and Bolts, all his teammates are down. He's on his own. He needs to drive some bolts into the faces of these players. He needs to do as much damage as he can. Flipside needs to survive these numbers, and they're doing a good job of it. Electronic with the flank will be in round number 6 for Flipside Tactics. But there's another buy to come for Immortals. 6 to 9k on most players. More tests will come the way of Flipside.
Yeah, the test of the AWP might appear now as Steel does drop one onto Henny. Will Kianji get one as well? He can afford to do so. Do we see double AWP T side? They might be discussing that. He's still yet to buy at the moment, as we can see on the screen. Indeed, he'll be at the AK, and Kianji has shown himself to be a very complete player, able to rifle very effectively, as well as pistol effectively on top of the AWP things, showing why he's so valuable as the newest addition to the Immortals lineup. The addition that has brought them so much confidence and success of late. And now Flipside's home with a chance. But again, it's all about Henny at the moment and what he can do to get an opener. His teammates are tossing in grenades, trying to force some openings here and there and bait the CTs to use their utility as well. And Flipside perhaps wary of the angles that Henny might be trying to pick from and not giving him anything so far.
So many smoke grenades deployed by both teams. And again, 8. Make it 9. Over a minute on the clock. so much obscurity. But Lucas has made his way to the top of Ivy, running distraction while Immortals make their way through main. Nobody's there around Ivy. Markelov rotating from B, but he's very far away. Round connector, but what can they get done? Blade picking up Lucas, answering back. Waylander taking down. Markelov now moving towards Ivy. That might help with the bomb plant if it comes in late, but now Markelov is alone. 1 versus 3. And he's taken out. They know where he is. Now they can plant for Pop Dog, plant for main. And he can't do anything about it from where he is. But 1 versus 2, surely he's got to go for this.
Yeah, and it's very, very important that he picked off Henny with that burst of 5 bullets, as the AWP is really going to be difficult to deal with, and Steel and Bolts will be rocking the AKs. So Markelov, as he makes his approach here, looking for the element of surprise. He won't get that though, and if Immortals are going to play the peaks correctly, they're going to make Markelov's life almost impossible here to get the defuse in. So what does Markelov do? Does he decide to just pick up an AWP if he can find one and hightail it out of there? It looks like he'll just try to save the M4. A really hard situation. Have to make the hard choices here, and it's going to be a hard choice that doesn't result in another round for Immortals. 14 now, 14-6. 2 away from making it to the quarterfinals here, this major.
Immortals waiting to leave a message after the beep of the defuse, but no message required. Markelov won't make the phone call. 14-6, Flipside forcing it up. Choice has been taken away from Flipside Tactics. Less than half the score of their opponent. Desperately need to win this round. All but over if they don't. Bob off the wall, Henny seeking an entry, but it'll be Bolts to get the first kill. Lucas towards Ivy once again. Rather than Blake move away from Ivy as he draws their attention. Kill after kill.
And look at the damage. Molotov usage is so amazing here from Immortals, forcing them out of position, and still proceeds to knock them down. That's a risk. And he might just get himself another kill. In comes Waylander, still ready for that one. Knew as a B player, knew he would catch him on the rotation. Great round from Steel there. And again, I love how the progressive aggression there with York picking was simultaneously assisted by the likes of Steel and others on Immortals, with a lot of Molotovs constantly pushing CTs out of position into the crosshairs of the likes of Henny and Steel. That was a really well executed round from Immortals. You've got to credit them that. And the flip side, they are not left in a good place here.
That was a crushing round from Immortals, imposing their will like you rarely see. Flipside at the complete mercy of their opponents. Ended up being schoolboy football, everybody running at Henny, and that's normally not a good idea. Match points, and many match points for Immortals. Flipside buying all they can buy, which is a scout, a UMP, and some pistols here and there. Steel is all over this game. 22 kills for Steel. One of the most enjoyable people to talk to in the scene, as you may see if Immortals are successful in this match. Flipside, it is last chance saloon, and the bell has been rung. Left for the CT team, and Electronic, he will leave thirsty. Picked up already. Physically, Blade taken down as well. Markelov not going to be long after. Flipside 1 by 1 getting jettisoned into the final, leaving this tournament.
There's 1 man left, it's what it is, and Immortals finished this one as they started, in dominant fashion.